Hey guys, Puneet here from Coach. In this video, I'll be teaching you this classic chord progression in the key of C major, and the chords used here are based around the song Can't Help Falling in Love with You. So first I'll be teaching you the chords and then we'll be doing a quick analysis of the same. This is the fourth such video in this particular series, and if you like this style of learning, you can check out the other ones as well. I've made a playlist for all these videos and the link is there in the description box right below the video. Also, for those of you who are interested in learning these concepts step by step and in a structured fashion, you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook to purchase my course Practical Music Theory for Beginner and Intermediate Guitarists, and it's available with me for a very low cost and one-time payment. So you can reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook. The links are there again in the description box right below the video. So without any further ado, let's get straight to the lesson. So coming to the chords, the first chord is the C major. The tabs that you are seeing on your screen are fret numbers that are to be read in the order of strings 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1 respectively, and X means mute, 0 means open string. So C major, then G7 or G dominant 7, back to a C major. This is a brief intro and then it kicks into the actual chord progression. So that is C major, E minor, A minor, then this beautiful passing chord A minor slash G. It's basically a A minor chord with a G in the bass. Then we have F major, going to a C, where I do a little hammer on thing here on the 4th string 2nd fret, and then G major, but I'm holding it with these fingers, and then a quick little movement here like that. So basically a voice leading thing. I'm doing a G, then a G sus4, and then again a G major, but this time with B in the on the highest note. D, C, B. These are the notes that are moving in the on the higher end. G, like that, and then it goes back into the F major. F, G, A minor, going to this very beautiful B half diminished chord. It's also called as a B minor 7 flat 5, and instead of this chord you can also use a D minor or a D minor 7 chord. So F, G, A minor, B half diminished, going to C, then a G7, back to C. So till now the chord progression that we have is the intro first, C, G7, C, C, E minor, A minor, A minor slash G, F, C, G, F, G, A minor, B half diminished, C, G7, C. Then it moves into the next section, which is the E minor, going to the B7. This happens thrice. Then we have an E minor 7, going to a dominant 7, then a D minor 7, and then a G7. This time I'm not playing this D note over here in this grip. There are all open strings here, like that. So this second section is E minor, B7, repeat, E minor 7, A7, D minor 7, G7, and then we come back to the first chord progression. and right at the end I'm playing a C6 chord. This is a very beautiful voicing of a C6. It's basically an A minor chord with a C in the bass. So it's got a very sad and melancholic kind of a vibe. This is the C6 chord. So now let us look at a quick analysis of this chord progression. The first part starts off with the C major, going to the G7, back to the C. So as I have told you, this piece is in the key of C major. So this is the 1, the 5, and we're back to the 1. For the 5 chord, the G major, we are using the 7th extension, that is the G7. And this G7 back to C is a very typical resolution in music, and it's called as a perfect cadence. So normally a 5 chord resolves to a 1 chord. Then it moves into the chord progression C, that is 1, going to the E minor with the B in the bass. This is a E minor, that is a 3 chord, going to the 6 chord A minor. Then we have a passing chord A minor slash G, going to the 4 chord, which is the F, or like this. So basically, if you note the bass line, we are going from C, B, which is in E minor, then A, G, F, then we do a C major, which is back to the 1 chord, then on the G major we do this movement. So this is the 5 chord, and over the 5 chord in both major and minor keys, this kind of a movement is very common. This is called as a sus4 cadence. So this is sus4 back to the parent major chord. And this is a very classic and very beautiful sounding cadence according to me. And then it moves into the F major. Now this is a very cool concept called as deceptive cadence. Normally you would expect the G to move back into the C, 5 to 1, as I told you before, the perfect cadence. But here, instead of moving to the C, the chord progression deceptively moves to the F. Then from the F, there is a simple ascending chord progression: F, G, A minor, B half diminished, going to C, a G7. Now this G7 is basically, we are doing again a perfect cadence, G7 back to the C. So again here, if you note the bass line F, then we have a G in G major, A minor, A, then a B half diminished, B, so F, G, A, B, and then a C, and then we do a 5-1, so G7 back to the 1 chord. Now the second half goes into the E minor chord, which is a 3 chord, and then a B7. Now this is a very interesting chord. This is a secondary dominant. B7 is not there normally in the key of C major. It's a dominant chord which is outside the scale, so it's called as a secondary dominant, going back to the E minor. So this is called as a 5-7 of the 3 chord. So this repeats. Then again E minor, basically in E minor 7. So this is again a 3 chord going to the A7 chord. Now this A7 is again an outside dominant or a secondary dominant going to the D minor. Again this is a 5 to 1 movement, the A7 going to the D minor, and then from D minor we do a 2-5, which is a D minor going to a G7. So basically this B7 is a secondary dominant and A7 is also secondary dominant. B7 is called as a 5-7 of the 3 chord as it goes into the E minor, and the A7 is called as a 5-7 of the 2 chord as it goes into the D minor. And then we are back to our original chord progression, which is the C, E minor, this one, and that just repeats itself. So guys, that's it for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed and learned something out of this. Again, a reminder for those of you who are interested in buying my music theory course, please do reach out to me on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll take it ahead from there. So I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Cheers.